Okay, well, I just wanted a little quick conversation, just a no stress, very relaxed.
Sure.
So nice of you to dress up, but you didn't need to. Uh,
Like this every day.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I saw you in GQ magazine. Okay, so I want you to think back to way back when we did our instructional walkthrough. And can you just talk a little bit about the process of going through that? How it kind of worked for you as an administrator, the lessons you learned, or the takeaways that you got from that?
What was going on. So in my classroom at that time, we had a couple new transient kids came in, and we had some serious discipline issues at that point in time. So when we did the first lesson, it was, I was quite thrilled, just based on the fact that they're not trying to start fires, and they're not yapping at people, and things seem to be relatively calm, which is a big step for us. But
What
sure,
I'm hearing you say is the story you were telling yourself was, I've got a teacher that I'm hoping can keep these kids under control.
I was just hoping to see that we've finally got this addressed, and because I've talked to the kids and we've talked to the parents and we've done all kinds of stuff, and so I was hoping that we've finally gotten to a place where we can get some learning happening, and that was certainly the case. So for me, that was step one solved, and I was thrilled.
Well, yeah, and I like the way that you're talking about how you had more pieces to the story than I had because I didn't have that background of expecting that this might explode
Right?
in a different way.
Yeah.
So so I didn't have anything to say, oh, look how far we've come. I just
No,
had
absolutely not.
where we are today. So it's
Yeah.
interesting how the story kind of evolves as we go when you have all the pieces, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, Jay, can you just talk a little bit about how you developed as an instructional leader through this process?
So I just sort of went in saying, well, this is what I would do, and I don't understand why it's not working for you. And so then I'd have to try and break that down and analyze it and give them some feedback that way, right? And figure out, well, where are we missing? What are we lacking when it comes to what's supposed to be taught of the curriculum, and you know, what are some different ways to teach when, I'll be honest, that grade level isn't exactly my forte, nor have I taught in that grade level before. So sometimes it's a little bit tough to give advice in an area that you haven't really worked with very much at all, right? It actually gave me a lot of confidence going in because some of the things that I was seeing were the same as you, and some of the things that I wasn't seeing, you could give me sort of a little, nudge in the right direction kind of thing to, you know, have my teacher move along a spectrum that was more of the independent route for students as being the final goal, right?
So you're started to focus more on what the students were able to do and what they were learning in that stretch to get them to independence.
Right, absolutely. And that's, of course, our goal is to get them to independence. And it was just, I never considered it at that grade level how we were trying to make it happen, right? There's no question that, they were a lot more independent in, the months following than they had been when we first went in there. So it was great to see. Yeah, so I'm a guy that likes to pump tires quite a bit and try and get people to feel good about themselves, and sort of get an internal motivation for them to push themselves. Sometimes maybe don't lay things out as bluntly as I should, I suppose, with my teachers, and just say, like, this is what I'm seeing directly. I mean, so I'd say that's one of the biggest things I learned out of it.
Yeah, so the story that I'm hearing you say is you used to just try and make everybody kind of feel good at the same time trying to hope and nudge them forward.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you've learned that, as an instructional leader, sometimes it's okay to be just direct. And I don't think
Yeah,
you were ever mean or forceful because I didn't get that from the teacher. What I got from the teacher
no,
is, now I
yeah,
see.
yeah. I just need to be a little bit, like I said, a little bit more direct as opposed to too lame, because I don't want them to, of course, break down because then I get nothing.
Mhm.
So I still have to try and balance off the whole them breaking down and then giving some good quality feedback, right? And